Good morning. This is Priestess of Light. How is everyone doing? I hope that you woke up in good spirits and of good cheer. I did. I want to get on and really talk about intermittent fasting and how important it is. But I'm gonna make another video just about fasting. It's gonna be a quick one, but fasting is really, really important. But I want to talk about this keeps coming up in my spirit about narcissism. And narcissism is such a prevalent issue in today's society, and it has been for a long time. I just think that we have not been really able to identify it in the society when it comes to just relating to regular everyday people or our circumstances or situations. But it's a very detrimental condition to the narcissist and to the people that they interact with on a daily basis. I'm going to use myself as an example because I can't pull from anybody else but from myself when it comes to narcissism. And I didn't even know what that was. I honestly, I did not. And I did not realize how impacted I was by narcissists in my life. And now that I understand what it is, and I've been able to really identify that trait and characteristic in people, I realized that my entire life I've been surrounded by narcissists. And so I had to unlearn a lot of stuff because narcissists are very controlling, demanding. They want their way. They want a certain picture. Excuse me. They want a certain picture of how they look. They have this image. They're very big on their image and what they want to look like to the world opposed to who they really are. It's very damaging. It can be extremely, extremely damaging to one's psyche if you are not the narcissist. It's damaging on the narcissist itself. Everybody looks at the narcissist as the villain, because they are. Unfortunately, they are. They really are. They really are villains. But God has grace and mercy and love for all his children. He has grace and mercy and love for all his children. He wants to bless all his children, even the narcissists. Look at Satan. Satan is his child. He don't hate his child. Satan works very closely with God because he has to come to him and ask for permission to do certain things. It's all about yin and yang, ebb and flow, up and down, left and right. It's always opposing opposition. That is here. That is what keeps everything balanced out, opposing opposition. But narcissists are very, very, very damaging individuals. Once you pull away from a narcissist, if you have given your power away to that narcissist, and most people who are involved with a narcissist end up giving their power away to them. They're very cunning. They're very manipulative. But once you identify it, all bets are off. All bets are off. And once all bets are off is when the games truly, truly, truly begin. Because what? You do not leave a narcissist. You do not go against them. You do what they say. You don't pull away. They say it's over when they say it's over, not you. You don't decide. They have a serious God complex. Oh my goodness. Uh, and they're very insecure people, which is like mind blowing to think about. Like, how you so insecure and you trying to control everybody around you. You trying to control the environment, and you can't even control yourself. Like, whoa, they got some serious issues. One of my parents is a narcissist. A brother is a narcissist. A sister is a narcissist. Go down to my church members when I had joined organized religion. My teacher is a narcissist. Several people that I went to church with were narcissists that I considered really, really good friends. Who I married was a show enough narcissist. Whew, have to forgive me. Me and my allergies. It's hay fever season. I'm like that below. I just don't want snot running out my nose while I'm talking. So, just a lot of, when I think back, everyone in my environment were narcissists. Curious how I survived. How I survived, baby, and got away. Like, whoa, how did that happen? Because all the stuff they did, I'm sure enough supposed to be dead. Like, literally, several attempted murder attacks on my life. And the main narcissist, who was just hell bent on making sure everyone saw me differently than who I really am. That was my ex-husband. He was the ringleader. He's still deeply, heavily involved. He's the one who put together all the schemes. You know, he sleeping with somebody I consider the best friend. They had been sleeping together for a long time too. Like, I didn't know. Like, when he took us to the water for baptism, at one time, that's when they had hooked up. It's like, I know when y'all hooked up. I was still very deeply into trying to save my marriage at that time. It's like, it was never a marriage. It was narcissists have you around for their supply and be like, oh, well, how can they use you? They can use you in many different ways. It's not just about money. It's your energy. Energy is very, very important in this world. And if you haven't figured that out by now, you need to really study up on energy. And there's so many people that out here living off energy of other people. This is how they live. This is how they get their money. They get their money off of other people's energy. And narcissists are energy vampires because they don't have any energy of their own that they want to dive into, because that means they have to face themselves. That means they have to be accountable. That means they have to change their ways, and they're way too insecure to do that. And as I stated, it is curable, but you have to be a very brave individual to go down that rabbit hole. Anyone who's trying to heal themselves, you have to be accountable for who you are, what you've done, how you've contributed to your own life, how you have contributed to the world, your environment. The 42 judges is a real thing. It's something I experienced right here on earth. You don't always experience it when you leave. You can experience it right now, and I'm a witness to that. That's because I have a very special calling and a journey here on this planet. And I'm like, why would God put me around all these narcissists? I mean, it's literally surrounded my entire life, surrounded, and then end up getting in relationships with narcissists, not knowing I was getting in those relationships to heal the narcissism in my life. So I've been through the ringer. If anybody who has ever been involved with a narcissist, you know, you go through the most. You go through the most. You go through the most. I had a parent who I should be her slave, and I would always give my parent uh, all these accolades for everything she taught me, and not understanding those things she taught me was for her benefit. They weren't for mine. Anything a narcissist does, it always benefits them. It is not for you, baby. But out of the things that she taught me for her benefit, they truly benefited me in the long run. She really taught me how to be independent, self-sufficient, and able to stand up on my own because I had to, take care of a household at a very, very early age, not providing financially, but doing everything else as if I was an adult. And I was a little kid. I mean, small kid, like 8 years old, getting on the train, going downtown to pay a mortgage. you know, uh, so here, slave, you go do this, giving me all these tasks to do because it was something that she didn't want to do. And yes, all parents teach their children things so they can have a personal little slave, but it goes much deeper than that when you have a narcissist. And I'm saying that jokingly because I have children like, hey, go do this. I send my kids to do something I don't want to do. So that's a normal parent thing. But when you talk about narcissism, it goes so much deeper than that. It does. It does. It goes so much deeper than that. But as you grow up, whoever you are around, if you need to heal certain relationships, you will end up, like I said, I married my mother. I married my mother in male form. And this was, I can't even say he was way, way worse. He was way worse as far as being, no, they really neck and neck. They about the same because both of them tried to destroy me, both of them. And it was so funny because I recall a time I was in my apartment. I was still in my apartment, and he came by to visit. And that's when it was, I was done. I was done playing with him and all the back and forth. And he came by, and he really wanted me to come back. And I just knew I couldn't be myself. I knew I couldn't really express myself. I was so happy. I was so happy to be out of that situation. I was so happy. I was able to breathe. I could breathe. And he came by and he was sitting on my bed. And I had just got out the shower and I had a robe on. And he pulled me to him and he was like, why don't you just come back? Why don't you just come back? Just come on back home. Come on back home. And I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not able to be myself around you. I'm on a journey, and I think me and you are just going to be good co-parents. We're going to learn how to raise these children, and we're going to move forward. And he put his head down in my chest as I was standing up. And he just kept shaking his head. And I knew what he was thinking. And he was like, don't do this. Don't make me hurt you. Clairaudience, don't make me hurt you. That's what he was thinking. Don't make me hurt you. Don't do this. Don't make me hurt you. Because if you don't come back, I gotta fuck you up. I gotta destroy you. I gotta drag the fuck out of you if you don't come back. And that's what I went through. I went through a dragging. He dragged me. He got my ex-best friend who he was sleeping with dragged me. He got a ex-lover to drag me. He got my mother, my brother, my sister to drag me. He got my church members to drag me. He hired people in my community to drag me. Law enforcement drag me. Narcissists are dangerous. They're very dangerous people, period. They're very, very dangerous people, but they are not people to be afraid of. They are so afraid of their own fucking shadow. They're nobody to be afraid of, but they're people to be aware of and how to stay the fuck away from narcissists until they are ready to heal themselves. And you have to be in the mindset of, okay, this is what it is, but this is not what it's going to be. You cannot crumble. You cannot fold. You cannot bend to anyone's will, because they will have you bent over, crumbled, crying, balled up in the corner while they laughing, and they stealing your energy to live off of. You know, everyone that was in my environment would always, when I would be around these people continuously, these people were blessed. They were blessed. They were getting good jobs. They were buying new cars. They were in very good positions. They would get settlements, lawsuits. And I never understood my energy, how abundant it was. How abundant it is. Energy extra. People got filthy rich off of me. So energy is extremely important, and especially to a narcissist. But God wants the narcissist to know he does love you. He loves you very much. And everything that is going on right now, in the collective with what people have gone through, my story and what I've gone through is not uncommon amongst divine beings who are really in alignment. I'm in alignment. I've been in alignment for a very long time. And this is a story that many divine beings, aligned beings, chosen individuals, they done been through it. They done been through the ringer, because you have to heal all your stuff. You have to acknowledge all your issues. You have to be accountable for yourself, and then you have to make changes. And people don't want you to change when you are convenient for them. They want things to remain the same because they're getting something out of the deal. If you change, they can't use you anymore. They can't siphon from you anymore. They can't gaslight you anymore. They can't take little jabs at you. It's always something to make you feel, because they have to be in a position of power. So they have to make you feel like you're lower, or they're more important than you, and they have to be up on the pedestal, and you must be down on your knees, kissing their feet and groveling. I mean, this is the mindset. So it's really sick. It's really, really, really sick. And I think about, I had to completely, cut everybody off who didn't cut me off. And the people who hadn't cut me off, they were just watching me. They were just watching me. It was no friends, no loyalty, no love. Everybody was in it to win it. All narcissists. All narcissists. Because anytime that you can collaborate to tear somebody down who has done absolutely nothing to you, but actually love you, help you, support you, give you money, take you places, rent apartments for you, shit like that, really look out, really be your friend, in order to get some money, your soul is very sick. God wants to heal narcissists. God wants to heal all manner of spiritual imbalance. Spiritual imbalance leads to the 3D, mental, emotional, physical. So in order to heal the whole body, you have to start out with your spiritual health. And it's a lot of people with soul sickness out here. Soul sickness is a very real thing. This is why there's so much chaos, so much unrest, so much stuff that we look at on the news every day, and we just be like, why? Soul sickness. Our souls are sick. No one is acknowledging what the real issue is. It is a soul sickness. It's a spiritual sickness that has to be healed. Narcissism can be healed. I talked about it in my other video. There was 42 judges, and one of the 42 judges, as there are 42 negative confessions, there are more than 10 commandments. It's 42. One of the 42 judges was a narcissist, and he had to go through lifetimes in order to heal himself, and he was brave enough to do it. All you have to do is ask God to give you the strength and the courage and whatever it is that you may need to make it through your journey to heal yourself. Healing is what it is about at this point. It's a spiritual war. It's a spiritual war. And if we are at spiritual war and we have a world full of a lot of people who have soul sickness, it's a war. It's a war on you. Narcissists and people with mental imbalances, we call the enemy. But they're really not an enemy. They're just fucking sick. They're sick. And I'm not saying it jokingly. It's just, this is so serious. This is a serious thing. And we have so much of it in the world. And it has to be healed. And God wants to heal you. He wants to heal you. He wants to help you. He loves you. He loves each and every one of his creations. He does. He does. He loves his narcissists just like he loves his earth angels. There's no difference in his love. And his love of the world. Right now, all the bad behavior, the carpet has been pulled from underneath these people. all the narcissists and other people with soul sicknesses. But narcissism is just a big one that I really have to keep touching on because it's really prevalent. It's very, very prevalent. And it's a problem. It's a problem that needs healing. And if you are a narcissist and you are going through it because of your actions, right now these people are going through it. They feeling it. They feeling it. They feeling it. They feeling it, and they don't know what to do. I'm here to tell you what to do. Pray. But prayer is not the only thing that's going to fix it, because you need some serious therapy. And the number one thing, get on Dr. Jewel's brain balancing program. Get on that program, because not only will it open up other accesses to your brain, because they say we only have access to 10% of your brain. You have 100% access to your brain, and you wake it up, you activate it, you're turning on programs inside your body that have been turned off because your brain, certain parts of your brain was not on, and so your body can't access it. Once all of your brain is on, your body starts accessing different things, healing things to heal you. It's an automatic healing process that you go through, and you don't need a doctor. All you need to do is balance your brain, and you can heal your issues. You don't have to go in front of nobody, confess nothing, because narcissists don't want to get in front of nobody and say nothing. They too busy trying to hide and show who they want people to see instead of who they really are. So this is really easy. You can order the program. No one has to know, and it's very gradual. You'll actually think it's not doing a damn thing. You won't feel nothing. You won't notice nothing. And once you notice a change, is going to be so damn subtle. It's a smooth healing process. It's smooth. It's a very smooth healing process. You don't even, literally, you don't even notice it. Like one of the things I was doing, I was counting. I've always counted on my fingers. I ain't embarrassed. I've always counted on my fingers. I could never and I know math is the same numbers. Why can't you remember it? You basically got to memorize. But I was never able to do that, so I always counted on my fingers. And I was at work, and I always had to calculate these numbers to put dates in to give people the accurate dates of when their information was due in. And so we had this little calculator, and I'd be putting the numbers in the calculator so I can get my dates. And I'm just working, and I'm just putting the dates in, typing the dates in, typing the dates in, typing the dates in. And I'm like, when the fuck did I start calculating numbers in my head? And I had been doing it for a while. That's how subtle it is. So that's just one example of the healing that it does, or not even the healing, the activation of other brain cells that I never used. Like, I ain't never counted in my head. What's going on? I always got 1, 2, 3. So that it's very subtle, but it showed that I had certain parts of my brain that had activated that I had never used, and I was suddenly using it. So it's a healing. The corpus callosum grows in, and it bridges both sides of the left and right hemisphere of the brain, so you can properly communicate. You get proper communication on the left and right hemisphere of the brain, because we are yin and yang. So if you are not properly communicating up here, it can be fixed. And you've been communicating the way you've been communicating your entire life. guess what? There's a better way to communicate. There's a better way to get healing. There's an easier way to get healing. And all you're doing is spending about 9 minutes every day. That's it. 9 minutes every day focusing on some symbols that are specifically attuned to your energy so you can get the healing. It heals every damn thing, just about. And what it doesn't heal, you can be guided, you'll be guided to information that will heal other things. It's smooth. It's smooth. It's smooth. So, for all you narcissists who don't want to be that way, for all you narcissists who actually do want to heal and want to change your life for the better, because once your world is healed, you can move forward. And it's just going to be better for everyone involved. Narcissists don't care about nobody but themselves. So it's going to be good for you. And only you. It's going to be good for you. And only you. So take it. Take it. Take it. It doesn't cost anything but your time. And you will be so happy. You'll be so, so happy you did it. And it's going to be very subtle. It won't be drastic. You'll still be able to be your little narcissistic self. But the changes are going to be so subtle, you might not even, you'll recognize them. You'll recognize them. And you won't be angry about it. You'll be able, it helps you really emotionally mature. Damn, I wish I had my folder. Let me get my folder. I got my hold on. And I want to share this with y'all. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. This is my folder. You see, it's old as hell. I got on the brain balancing program in 2010. And it really changed my life. And it's a game changer. It's a life changer. You'll never be the same, and you won't want to be. It's an excellent tool. It's an excellent tool. But the emotional intelligence is a real thing, and it truly helps. I'm just trying to find the paper with the emotional intelligence aspects. And I don't know, did I take that out here? I already got a whole bunch of other stuff up in here, but that ain't. Okay, it's not in here. I don't know what. Now I got to go look for it. But anyway, it gives you, they send you an update on where you're at. That's why I went to go get the paper for, to find the emotional intelligence stuff. And it gives you where you are and where you could be. And it's excellent. It's excellent. But this is one of the symbols. This is all you're doing is focusing on some simple geometric patterns. You look like you don't do shit. Baby, I'm here to tell you. Change your world. Change your Mickey-Ficky world. And you just can't draw these symbols. Now that I'm fully balanced, I can actually attune these symbols to somebody else if I wanted to. I know how to do it now. So, but I wouldn't suggest that. If you don't know nothing about it, let the experts do it. Dr. Jewel is the bomb diggity, baby. But this program, you see the wings here, the brain and the wings. You're gonna fly. You're gonna fly. You're gonna fly. So, narcissists. I know y'all going through it. I know you're going through it, and it seems like punishment. And it is. It is. But the punishment that God issues out is a punishment for your awakening. He just wants you to awaken to what can be. He wants you to awaken to the best version of yourself. He wants to get you out of this soul sickness. He wants to get you out of it. He wants to turn this world around. He wants to heal the damage that has been caused, because he gives us life, and that life more abundantly. And right now, people are so interested in getting the bag, or if they don't have the energy to get the bag, they steal the energy. You don't have to do that when you can get your own energy up, and you are a creator. You can create your world. You can create what you want. You can get it. Master manifester here, who has been stolen from. I'm a manifester who is living in poverty, and poverty in a financial sense, but such an abundant soul I have, where people, living it up, and off of my energy, and living in big fancy houses, driving $100,000 cars off of my energy. And guess what? They didn't have to do that, because they can draw from their own energy, but you got to heal yourself first. You can still have that $100,000 car. You can still have that big ass house. You can take fancy trips and do whatever the fuck you want off of your own energy. And that's what God wants for you. But you got to heal yourself. So that's my message for today, people. Heal thyself. Heal thyself. Heal thyself. Get the Dr. Jewel's brain balancing program and get on it and start changing. Stop resisting the change. Don't resist the change. Resistance just makes the transition a lot harder. When you surrender, you have to surrender to the change. And right now, there is a big shake up. The apocalypse is here. All the masks are being removed. That's why the truth is out about everything that's been going on in the collective, with all of the bad behavior and the abuse of these divine beings who have come here to assist in the upliftment of humanity. So all the evildoers who have been trying to stop those who have been uplifting, you are being called out right now. And you're being called out not to embarrass you, even though you will be embarrassed, you will be judged, all the stuff you don't want is happening to you right now. But I encourage you to look at it from a higher perspective. Look at it. This is your time to heal. Take advantage of it. There's no stopping the train right now of what's going on. It's not going to stop. It's just going to get worse. But it can get easier. It can get easier for you if you stop resisting the change. Don't resist the change. Go with the change. Flow into it gracefully as you can. And one thing that can help you is the brain balancing program, prayer, therapy, yoga, getting out in nature, breathing, being near the water. It's so many natural things, and I would encourage you to incorporate them all in your healing. All of them. Positive affirmations, Um, just go for it. Go for it. You're in a place that you're not gonna get out of because God got you held down in place. So while you held down in place, do something with this time other than plotting how you're gonna get out of it, because you're not getting out of it. He's forcing your healing. So make it easier. Do the work. Go within. Do the work. He loves you just like he loved me. Do the work and you'll be okay. In time. In time. All storms eventually pass. Trouble don't last always. It's trouble that you brought on yourself. But you brought it on yourself. Believe it or not, you weren't doing anything to me. You were forcing your own healing. Everything that you did to me, you are forcing your own healing, because all you've been doing is crying out for help. Anybody who goes through the lengths that you went through, you're crying out for help. You crying out for help. Here's your help. Take it. Take it. This is Priestess of Light, because that's all I bring. I bring the light. I bring the light. I know about the darkness because I was forced into it so I could heal. Everything that happened to me was for my healing, my elevation, higher perspective. I'm a healer. I'm going to heal from anything that's brought on me. It's time for you to heal now. Priestess of Light. Like, share, subscribe, comment, share, thumbs up, all that. Love you guys. Truly, I love everybody on this planet. May not like you, but I love you all. I love you all.